How much should you charge for online coaching? A question I'm asked so frequently, and I want to give you my perspective. And as always, when we get into YouTube videos, it's not going to be a simple, this is how much you should charge. There's so many things that I think about. First thing I think about is, how long have you been in business? What's your experience? What's your skill set? What's your knowledge? What's your level of certainty? What's your level of confidence? And you're like, what? Do I not just go in and choose a particular price point? Let me explain something when it comes to pricing. Pricing comes down to how much you value yourself, how much you value your service, how much you value the results and you can help your clients achieve, and your level of education. You see, a lot of people come into the fitness industry, especially the online coaching world, and they go, I'm looking for a definitive number that I should be charging. And they will naturally look at everybody else and say, what should I be charging? Go back many years for me. When I first started personal training, I was in an area where naturally there were a lot of personal trainers, and I said, what is the price point of PTs here? Now, the interesting thing that happened here is I went straight in with what I believed to be the standard price point. It matched how confident I was, it matched the ability that I had in terms of getting results, it matched the ability that I had in terms of my knowledge and my skill set. And then very, very quickly, I started to study, I started to work hard, I started to get more clients, I started to get better results. And what happened very, very quickly for me is my confidence in my ability started to rise. And as I do find myself in life right now, knowing that I have something of incredible value to bring to people. And with my self-worth going up, so too came what I value myself at. And I now know from a personal training perspective, there was no one in my city that was charging and does charge anywhere near what I charged when I was personal training. So if I can fast forward this to kind of the online coaching world, of course there is a price point that I think a lot of coaches come in at. But am I telling you that that shouldn't grow in time? So when you say how much should online coaches charge? Well, the first thing we should really start at is the foundational level. And then how much further can you go? Well, it depends on what you build as a personal brand. It depends on what you do in your results. It depends what value that you present that separates you from everybody else. So here's my kind of take on the initial stages. Now, of course, being from the UK and working with a lot of coaches across England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and even obviously overseas, but I'm not going to break down every different currency. What I will say, and I'll give you this, and you can put your calculators together on Google or wherever you want to do this, but the entry point for me in the majority of cases is around 200 per month. I'm going to get into packaging this up in a completely different way a little bit later on in the episode. But if we look at the starting point at 200, and I say to a coach, do you believe that you're worth this? And I will see firsthand in the eyes of somebody that either believes in it with full certainty, 110%, or they'll go, no, I just don't. I've been selling for about 150, 165, and I'm like, okay, cool. So if we spend a little bit of time working on what it is that you're offering, who you've helped in the past, what you've studied, and the value that your clients will get. You see, you've got to identify what value you're bringing to somebody, because you're not just charging somebody a monthly amount for online coaching check-ins on a Friday. You're actually changing somebody's life. You're giving somebody the opportunity to live longer. You're giving somebody the opportunity to be well, be injury-free, to inspire their children. You see, you have to see the value first and foremost in what you're bringing to somebody. A lot of fitness professionals, I'm going to be doing another YouTube video on this, on comparison and imposter syndrome. You come into the industry, online coaching, and you're seeing everybody else doing what they're doing and the brand that they're presenting. You put yourself that far down. It's not to do with, I don't want to charge that much. It's the fact that you don't think that you are valuable to the people that you're working with. So you really, really undercharge. Some coaches charging £150 a month. And you think what you're actually doing for somebody. You spend months and months, if not years, studying to become a coach, online coach, personal trainer. You're helping people week in, week out. If you're helping somebody lose 5 or 6 pounds, if you're helping people with their habits, if you're helping people sleep better, if you're helping people actually look in the mirror and like who they see themselves, you're changing somebody's life. And that's where I tell coaches, you have to see the value in this. Now, over time, if your service and your systems and the results and the knowledge that you accrue over time constantly show evidence of you achieving incredible results with people time after time again, then you are perceived as more valuable to anyone when you're presenting this. And therefore, when somebody gets on a call, your job is to change the perceived value of somebody. So if they're watching your content, learning from you, hearing incredible results, seeing a community that people are a part of, as opposed to just seeing check-ins and hearing that you're doing check-ins with people, they see that you are a completely different entity to everybody else, to the point where they go, I want to work with you. I want to be a part of your brand. And that's where I tell coaches, that's where you want to go from 200 to 250. And then when you have got a busy diary and you've got a lot of clients and you're producing great results, you want to move to 300. If I go back 9 years, 8-9 years, I was charging £350 a month for coaching. So if you actually think about this relative to now, you might be looking at this going, £350 per month? I know coaches in the UK and over to the US that are charging £600, £700, £800 a month for coaching. But what is the difference? Well, the biggest difference about coaching is the fact that you're paying for an outcome. So when we sell our business coaching to our clients, we're not selling a monthly business coaching recurring payment. Somebody comes to us and says, I want an outcome. Now, this is why when we look at online coaching pricing, the difference is when somebody goes, for example, a woman goes down the street to buy a handbag. She's not going down to go, month 1, I'm going to want the wrist strap. Month 2, I'm going to want the insides of the bag. Month 3, I'm going to want the base of the bag. And by month 4, I'm going to have the bag. They go in, they buy the bag, they come out. So when you have a coaching business and you are a body transformation coach, when you're helping people lose 25 pounds, when you're helping people achieve this performance, fitness goals, the outcome is what somebody pays you for. And then you start realizing that there is extreme value in the thing that they're buying, which is why 2 handbags might be leather, 1 might be Gucci. You've got a perceived value of the brand. What I help coaches do is package up the thing that they are so good at that makes it unique to them, that people, when they come on a call with you, they want this outcome. And this is what allows you to then have that exclusivity to charge a higher price point for the service that you deliver. So what should you be charging as an online coach? Come into the industry, £200 a month, £600 for 12 weeks, £900, £800 for 4 weeks, and put that as 4 months, put that as a package and say, look, to get this outcome, it's £900. One of the things I always tell coaches is you must package up your product. You must package up your offer. You've got to see the value in what you're bringing to people's lives and actually acknowledge that to yourself when you get on a sales call. And when you start selling at a higher price point and achieving results, then you can put your prices up aligned with the quality of results and service that you're providing. So just remember this when it comes to pricing online coaching. You've got to start where you're confident, certain, and you have the belief in the value that you're providing for your clients. And then in time, you then work on developing your price point. Don't be fixated by thinking that people in the fitness industry are only able to charge a certain amount. Look at anything out there that you pay a lot of money for. You are prepared to pay for something that has a high perceived value to you. And your job as a marketer, as a brand, with your knowledge and how you present it, the quality that you present, and also the quality and consistency of the results, you're in a position to be able to charge more over time because people will want the thing that you have. And this is one of the biggest challenges that I see in the fitness industry. Coaches are not adamant that they want to be the best in their field. They're not certain in their ability because they're not learning enough. And then you're not able to present that, and then you're not able to apply that knowledge to get great results, which means your results look pretty mediocre, aligned with everybody else. There's always a place in the industry for excellence. If you want to punch through and have one of those spots, you can then start determining your price point. So don't ever think that there is a ceiling on what you should charge for online coaching, because if you're in high demand, then high demand brings high price. So you have your opportunity to set your mark in the industry. Start off where you feel confident, and the sky's the limit. If you found this video helpful, click like, click subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.